Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about DNA melting temperature or TM. If you're new to this channel, please press the subscribe button and click on the bell icon to get notified. So what is melting temperature? The temperature of melting or the melting temperature is defined as the temperature at which 50% of the double stranded DNA is changed to single stranded DNA. So when you heat a DNA sample or the DNA, and the temperature at which the half of the double stranded DNA becomes single stranded is called as the melting temperature. Here you can see in this image the DNA is heated and the percentage helicity is expressed in the y-axis and the temperature in the x-axis. So this particular sequence has a TM of 93. So this is called as the melting curve. So let's see what are the factors that affect the melting temperature. There are three main factors that affects the TM of the DNA, and these are nucleotide composition, length of the DNA, and the salt concentration. So we will look into each one of these in detail. The nucleotide composition. So we all know that DNA melting is dependent on the nucleotide composition, and the DNA is made up of A, T, and G and C nucleotides. So A always pairs with the T, and G always pairs with the C generally. So the AT base pairing is by 2 hydrogen bonds, and GC base pairing is by 3 hydrogen bonds. So what it means is that the AT base pairing can be easily broken down as there are only 2 hydrogen bonds, whereas GC base pairing is much more stronger and due to the presence of 3 hydrogen bonds. So the energy required to break the 3 hydrogen bonds is much higher than the 2 hydrogen bonds. So that is the basis of DNA base pairing and the energy requirement to break the double-stranded DNA. So here in this example, you can see there are two sequences. The sequence 1 has 70% GC content, and the sequence 2 has 38% GC content, and the length of the both the sequence are same, 34 base pair. Here you can see the melting temperature of sequence 1 is much higher than the melting temperature of sequence 2. That is because the sequence 1 is GC rich, meaning that it has more GC pairing than the sequence 2. So when you have a higher amount of GC content, the heat energy required to break this will be much higher. So hence the melting temperature is high in sequence 1. This is the melting TM profile of sequence 1 and 2. As mentioned earlier, the sequence 2 has less number of GC, so that's the reason it is melting early, or less energy is required, less heat energy is required to separate the strands, whereas in sequence 1 the GC content is much higher and requires higher heat energy to separate the strands. So this is the reason why higher GC content will have a higher melting temperature, DNA melting temperature. So the second factor is the length of the DNA molecule. The longer the length of the DNA molecule, higher will be the stability due to the forces acting on it, and which results in the higher TM. So always remember the length of the DNA also can impact the TM of the melting TM. So the longer the length of the DNA molecule, higher will be the stability. The DNA stability will increase with the length of the molecule. Longer the length, higher will be the stability. Once the stability is higher for the duplex, this will requires higher amount of heat energy to denature the DNA. Hence, higher will be the melting temperature. Next comes the ionic strength of the DNA solution. So as we all know that the DNA is negatively charged due to the presence of phosphate group in it. So the DNA is made up of nucleotides, and it has a nitrogenous base, a sugar, and a phosphate group. These phosphate groups gives the negative charge for the DNA. So the negative charge can be neutralized using ions. Especially example sodium or potassium ions can neutralize the charge in the negative charge of the DNA. The ionic strength is equal to the total ion concentration in DNA solution. So when you have a higher ionic strength, so the DNA in a higher ionic strength solution, the stability of the DNA will be higher, and hence more heat energy is required for the DNA denaturation. Whereas in lower ionic strength solution, the stability of the DNA will be lower, and hence less heat energy is required for the DNA denaturation. So there is a dependence of ionic strength and the melting temperature. So higher the ionic strength, higher will be the Tm. So when you have a DNA in a lower ionic strength solution, the stability of the DNA will be much lower. The duplex stability here, it is mentioned as duplex stability, that will be lower, and hence lesser heat energy is required to denature, and hence the lower Tm. So this is the overview of the factors that involved in the melting temperature. So higher the GC content, higher will be the Tm. Longer the double-stranded DNA molecule, higher the Tm, and higher the ionic strength, higher will be the Tm. So the GC content mentioned earlier requires higher energy to break the triple bonds, and that's the reason it is higher, showing higher Tm for the high GC content DNA sequence. And the longer the double-stranded DNA molecule, the stability of the DNA molecule will be much higher, and which results in the requirement for higher heat energy, and resulting in higher Tm value. Once the ionic strength is higher, the better the neutralization of the DNA, and the stability of the double-stranded DNA increases, and hence requires higher heat energy for the denaturation. Hope you are clear with this topic. If you like the video, please press the like button and share it with your friends. Thank you.